a J.C. Edwards film. Directed by J.C. Edwards. Creator J.C. Edwards. The War of Land. A 2-hour or half an hour film. What's up?
Yeah, jump on that jump pad.
JCR.
I'll take you to the chairs.
Where y'all playing?
JCR. Later, we're gonna play GTA.
Again? Then why'd I have to end my live stream if you're gonna get out, Jay?
Later.
See my treasure chest. I'm gonna have both about money for health.
I don't know. I don't know. I should. What? I want to play with y'all. I want to play with y'all. I want to play with y'all.
You just wanna play it first, Jason. You just wanna play it first. Promise. Go play it
Why
first.
can't the chest just be closed?
True.
Ooh, I
What
see
name
it.
was potato? F.
Baby potato?
No, potato.
Who the hell is potato?
Like you eat too much potatoes?
I ate booty. I ate bootios.
What?
Bootios.
You eat Doritos?
Bootios. Oh! What? What? What is that?
You are alone. It's my.
It's not yours. Go get it.
Yo! What? Yo! What chest is that? Yo! I heard about it, but what? All right.
This is mine. Get away. Drop it off. Oh, thank you.
Can I play some music? Where you come from? Attack on Doggo. Ba 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 ba. Attack on Doggo.
Click to win $30,586. Austin Benson and his family from Mustang, Oklahoma are the latest and greatest winners of the TFCU Great Auto Loan Payoff. Who will be the winners of the next Great Auto Loan Payoff? We can't wait to find out. At Tinker Federal Credit Union.
Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
People up and maybe somebody there.
If your entire world was suddenly destroyed by horrifying godlike creatures, what would you do? It's not I'm going to find out the mistakes made, what you should do, and how to beat the Titans in Attack on Titan. This kid is about to lose everything, and this town has no idea. He's about to get eaten by horrifying flesh-eating monsters. Here is a small-town kid growing up inside the walled city district of Shiganshina, with these massive walls designed to protect humanity from the terrifying threats that lurk right outside, known as the Titans. Eren and his childhood friend Mikasa finish up collecting wood and head back to the guards, a branch of the city's military tasked with the defense of the city walls. However, they're all drunk on the job, and this angers Eren, who demands that they stand guard and do what they're paid for, protect the city from the horrifying Titans who could show up at any moment to kill everyone. The guards, however, laugh, saying that there hasn't been an attack on any city in over 100 years, so they can chill out. But these guards don't realize that Eren's fears are about to come true. It's only a matter of time before humanity's worst threat comes back for blood. Okay, first off, these guards are idiots. These Titans have been stalking the Earth and this city for over 100 years. Humanity is living in a bubble that can burst at any moment. Walling ourselves off is putting a band-aid over two gigantic problems, and one of those is right outside of the walls, and the second is within starvation. By walling off humanity, we've created a food problem. Pushing off and delaying the massive Titan threat is going to lead to them in greater numbers until eventually, and probably already have, the Titans outnumber humans. This choice humanity has made is going to lead down a series of events that will result in the death of hundreds, if not thousands, of innocent people. As far as we know right now, the Titans are humans, which might lead us to believe that they reproduce in the exact same way. However, since there haven't been any evidence of Titan babies, and the Titans don't seem to have any male or female organs, there might be some of the way they're reproducing that we're not aware of. However, regardless of the traits unique to the Titans, the physiology is extremely similar, meaning the same physiological principles should apply to them regardless of size. Either way, our main goal is to destroy every last Titan, so that way there's no possibility they'll ever come back. It's easier said than done, but at least we know that is a possibility. As far as we know now, the Titans aren't capable of critical thinking, meaning that they lack the ability to properly assess a situation like a human would. The most important way of beating a creature much bigger and stronger than you is to understand both its strengths and weaknesses. This should come in handy in the near future, and it's going to provide a lot of opportunities to outsmart the creatures when needed. And speaking of outsmarting creatures, I would begin to invest time and money into research and development for aircraft vehicles. This is going to grant us the ability of aerial reconnaissance. Now, the 3D maneuver gear is a great way to traverse the city, but outside, it's completely useless unless you're surrounded by trees. Not only that, the gear can only take you so far into the air, while an airplane, or dare I say a balloon, should be able to propel you far enough into the air that the Titans can't attack you. The time between Titan attacks was around 100 years, and based on the clothing and overall appearance of the city, it resembles something close to early 1900s Germany. So in theory, the engineers that live in the city should be advanced enough to have come up with something similar, if not exactly the same as the first plane to ever be made. It would allow the city to check for the incoming threat of Titans, and allow the guards of the city to either lure the Titans away from the city or attack them head-on outside of the city walls. That's when they get word that the city's most skilled warriors, the Scout Regiment, is back from their top. Eren drags Mikasa to see his beloved heroes come back. But they quickly realize that being a hero is costly. Expecting something out of a fairy tale, he instead sees the men and women of the Scout Regiment broken, bruised, and heavily traumatized by their journey outside of the walls. Back at home, Eren speaks about how he wants to grow up to slay titans, but his mom thinks otherwise. She gets mad at him for even suggesting the idea. Eren's dad then gets up to leave for work, but not before he reveals a key to a secret basement and tells Eren that when he gets back, he'll show him what's down there. But Eren has no idea the insanity that awaits him down in that basement. Later on, Eren sits with Mikasa and his best friend Armin, dreaming of a life beyond these walls and what adventures await him beyond this town. And that's when their lives change forever. Suddenly, the whole town hears it. A flash and rumble hits over the city walls. Everybody goes to check it out and realizes something is terribly wrong. They have no idea that they're about to witness the most horrifying thing that they've ever seen before. A sight that nobody has seen in over 100 years. A ginormous hand reaches over the walls. It's a titan, and it blasts through the city walls, reigniting storms and hellfire upon everybody in Shiganshina City. This 60-foot titan is an unstoppable force. It tears unleashing an army of smaller titans right behind it. Citizens begin dying left and right. Men, women, and children are wiped out in seconds. No one is safe from these bloodthirsty titans as chaos reigns in the city. Eren looks on in horror as he sees his house destroyed at the feet of the titans. He rushes to check on his mother and finds her trapped in the rubble. But at that moment, a titan spots them and begins to make its way towards them. Eren is about to be crushed along with his mother until suddenly a familiar face shows up. This blonde guy who was ordered by the mother to save her children and leave her behind. Looking at his mother's sweet face one last time, Eren and Mikasa are dragged from their homes as this blonde guy carries them away. Helpless, Eren can do nothing but look in horror as his mother is picked up and is devoured by the titan. Okay, if I was Eren right now, I would be shitting my pants. After hearing about titans for 100 years, reading about them in school, and fearing their arrival, that day has finally come. Now, the first thing to do would be to start running for cover. We don't know much about the titans, but what we do know is that if we're targeted by any of them, it's game over. Also, the massive amounts of flying debris caused by the titans is going to be something we need to be extremely careful with. We need to treat this like a real-life survival situation if we're going to make it out of here alive. Luckily for us, this city is densely packed, leaving a lot of blind spots where nobody can see us. And while it might seem like a brutal decision, we need to leave her behind right where she is.
The app shop changes in 1 hour.
It'll be easier for the titans to see us there. Either way, her legs are completely crushed, and there's no way that two kids can carry a fully grown adult around.
The item shop is gonna be changing in an hour, guys.
Which isn't going to be possible with the current situation. Now, even though it might seem like a
Or I think it just did.
the rest of the citizens,
No, it didn't.
there's only one emergency
The El Dorado.
which means everyone will be running towards the same direction, which would increase our chances of being spotted by the titans. I would say that's a bad plan. It would be a good idea to carefully make our way into a house near the walls of Shiganshina and stay there for the time being. Everybody's already rushed out of their houses, meaning there should be enough food and resources for us to sustain ourselves for at least a few days until we can wait it out. As far as we know, the titans are simple-minded creatures, meaning they'll likely walk out of the city if they don't manage to find any humans for an extended period of time. And also, they're far too big to easily take a sneak peek into any of the houses, or dare I say, even the basement of the houses. So we'll be safe there for the time being. Countless citizens flee to the escape boats that lay nearby, as Eren and Mikasa join them, sailing away further deep into human territory. But back at the gate, it's a bloodbath. Blonde guy here stands with the other soldiers who do their best to contain the damage. They fire the cannons everywhere, and the titans slowly overpower.
Captain Star Wars Hex, I already up for that.
Causing some of the guards to panic and flee their post and sprint to the
No, I don't want to play this.
for good, because these soldiers know what we're thinking.
No, I hate Captain Star Wars.
This gate, they will all die. But that's when they see it. The feet of another massive muscle-bound titan who begins charging directly at the gate with full force. No man-made weapon can stop the titan, so the guards run for their lives as it blasts through the gate. Nothing can stop this.
I don't want to play Captain Star Wars. I hate that map.
To gigantic creatures roaming right outside of
Dang
our
it,
doorstep, we should be well prepared to take them head on with the tools at our disposal. Now, everyone in this city knows that this day
Look at
was going to come
YouTube.
sooner or later. Even though the walls are pretty high, it's only a band-aid option.
I don't want to play Tilted Towers. I hate that map so much.
Life around the walls, it's all over. However, not a single person in the city was prepared
I don't
for
like
this
it,
moment,
bro.
which is about to get hundreds, if not thousands of people.
What?
Now, this would require some prior thinking, but hear me out. The city's designers should have
Yo, what?
that wasn't so obvious from the outside. Even though we don't know exactly
You'll
how
play Rec Room with me?
if I was a titan roaming the wilderness, then I might have done a
Okay, I'll play it.
wall bigger than myself. We clearly know that there are basements built in the city because Aaron's house already has one. In a way, the city government should have prepared for this.
Yeah.
So every single house in the city has some sort
Uh-huh.
of or bunker. However, it's not a foolproof idea, especially if your house is trampled on by a titan.
Even though my
Getting out of the basement,
PlayStation Plus is gonna be gone.
being stuck underground is better than being dead. While this might not be the easiest situation to do, the first thing the city
Oh yeah, I forgot.
all of humanity as we know it is contained within this little we should have probably tried to avoid having any of it destroyed, since it likely took decades of logistical work to get it up and running, and the resources of the land around them can't sustain them forever. As the hours pass, news of the fall of Shiganshina on the south side of Walmaria reaches all the other territories. After 100 years, the Titans have finally begun to attack mankind once again, and within that year, all of humanity is forced to withdraw behind the second wall rose. Thousands lay dead and devastated from the traumatic events that just happened. Infused with rage, he then vows to destroy the monsters who took his mother from him, the Titans themselves. So with his budding relationship with Armin and the watchful Mikasa, they joined the Cadet Corps training school in order to one day rid the world of this Titan threat. Over the next 3 years, Eren, Armin, and Mikasa train like